Welcome to BMW Today. My name is Joy and we are here at the BMW Museum. And with me is the head of BMW Museum, Ralf Huber. Hi Ralf, how are you doing?
Good to have you here.
Yeah. So you're going to show me something.
Yeah, you already saw the bowl, which is just the tip of the iceberg, only 20% of what we have to show.
Oh wow. And the other 80% are?
It's over there. I'll show you.
Let's move. So in museum it's all about storytelling, right?
Yeah, almost. It's also about figures. So if you give me a figure, I tell you a story.
Well, it's very easy. Let's start with one.
Okay.
Let's go. Of course, we land here with the M1. M, the most powerful letter in the alphabet, right?
Yeah, of course.
And what does the M1 stand for?
Well, without the M1, all the other M cars in this hall wouldn't be there. The M1 founded the M series, so to speak, and is a very special car for us.
And this car was built actually for a racetrack, right?
Well, it was the homologation car for a pro car series that was started in '79. The car has a 6-cylinder engine and is a middle-engine sports car, the first we ever built, and has 270 horsepower, which makes it a very fast car nowadays still, but at that point of time it was incredibly fast.
Okay. And what else we have here in the M Hall?
Well, its successors.
Okay.
For example, the 635 CSI and the first series M5 both share the engine with the M1, and of course the iconic M3 first generation from the 80s.
Would be my favorite one.
I understand.
So cool. What else we have?
I'll show you.
Okay. So Ralf, what about the 32?
I think I have something for you there.
Okay, let's go.
So this is number 32.
It's a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's the R32, which came out in 1923. It's the first ever vehicle we built as a company, and it features a boxer engine and a cardan shaft, which still appears in nowadays motorcycles.
Very cool. So let's move on.
Okay.
Okay, let's have something different. 1916.
It's 1916.
Okay, let's have a look.
So now I tell you something about 1916. It is the year that BMW was founded.
Okay, and why are we here?
Because BMW stands for Bayerische Motorenwerke, and this is the display of a selection of engines we built.
I wonder which car this engine fits into.
No car at all. It's an aircraft engine, and those kinds of engines were the first things we ever built.
Oh, very nice. Good to know. So let's move on.
Yeah.
What about 251?
That's simple. Just turn around and look down there. That's 251.
I thought that's a 507.
You're right, that's the BMW 507, but it was built only 251 times.
Okay, and this color is very special. How many cars in that color?
Only one, this exact one. The story behind it is that the customer at that point of time took the favorite scarf of his wife and had the car painted in that exact color.
Oh, wow. And what does the 507 stand for?
It stands for aesthetics, for a beautiful car. And if you look behind you, the Z8 is also here on the BMW Platz. That's actually the reincarnation of the 507, a modern interpretation, so to speak.
I can see a 007 at the Z3.
Yeah, that unifies those two cars. The Z8 and the Z3 were both appearing in the 1990s James Bond movies.
Very cool. And the Z1 doesn't have any doors?
Well, it does, but the doors slide down. A very revolutionary concept at that time.
Very cool. Tell me something about the 328.
Well, the 328 was a car we built in the 1930s. And at that point of time, it was an extremely sporty car and also founded our image of sportiness.
Okay, very cool. So what's next?
You decide.
Let's go. What about number 9?
Yeah, I have something.
Okay, let's go. Well, BMW Isetta, mobility for everybody, right?
Of course. Imagine in the 1950s, people were looking for smaller cars. affordable cars. So beside 501, 502, 507, we also built the Isetta, affordable for everybody, and people took this small car over the Alps, drove to Italy and went for vacation.
Well, that's very cool, but how does that fit into that setup?
Because we tell a very special story here. It's a story about Klaus Jacobi and his friend, 1962. Remember, the border between East Berlin and West Berlin was closed. It was a separated city. So he had to find a way to get his friend across. So he cleverly built a spot into the Isetta behind the seating bench. He built a space in here. His friend hid in the car and actually managed to get him across the border.
So actually that's an escape car.
Yes, it is.
And we were talking about number 9. How does that fit in the story?
It's very easy. In total, 9 people found freedom and fled with an Isetta from East to West Berlin.
Wow, that's very impressive. It's a very emotional story. Thank you for that. Can we move on to the next story?
Of course.
Ralf, any figure you want to talk about?
Yeah, number 10.
Then let's go.
Now we are at number 10.
That's not true, Ralf. That's number 11.
Well, you're right, but it's about the 10-minute barrier at the Nürburgring Nordschleife. In the 1960s, very important, nobody broke it, and then we came with a 2000 Ti in 1966 and broke that magic barrier.
Okay, and that founded BMW M Motorsport?
Well, not at all. I mean, we did racing, motorsports from the beginning on with motorcycles and cars.
Okay.
But in the 60s, that's when we climbed the top touring car racing with this baby. And of course, afterwards followed all the other beautiful cars you see in this room.
Yeah. Well, seems like you know all your figures. I could have picked any number, I guess, and you would have told me a story, right?
Well, possibly.
Thanks for your time. Hope to see you soon again. And for you guys, thanks for watching. That was BMW Today from BMW Museum, and I hope to see you next time.